Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another educational informative Dead by Daylight Survivor game on Templar Purgation. We've got an ally working on the gen on the left-hand side. I'm running a commodious toolbox with not the best add-ons, but really good add-ons. We've got a Pyramid Head. He is going to look at me, but if he's smart, he's going to listen to hear the generator and change towards the other target, and that is exactly what he did do. Now, I don't want to work on that generator. There are two pallets around it, but this one is closer to the center of the map. Now, why would I want to do this one? I'm not saying it's in the center. I'm going to point out the fact that that generator is further away than this generator, right? That's just simple math by looking at him. And this killer, can he teleport around the board? Can he come through a portal? Can he come through a door? Can he come through a television? Can he come through a generator? No, he can't get around the board, so he can't control the map. He's a base 115% movement speed killer. This is a very hard map for Pyramid Head, based on the fact that the generators are very far apart, and he's going to spend a lot of more time walking on a map like this than he would on a map like Coal Tower. So what we could do as a team is we could divide and conquer, try and work on the gens near the center, and then have split in separate areas or segment areas of the map, which is going to force the killer in an awkward situation. A killer who's good at the game will struggle to verse 4 average players on a map like this. Now, I'm going to run before I enter chase. Never mind, he's trying to go for the shot on my teammate. Now, my teammate's best thing he should do is run away from my generator when he kicks that. He should not be waiting. He should not be waiting, and right now my teammate decided to camp the loop that the killer was kicking at. Now the killer gets to camp my objective because my teammate decided to wait at it. Never find yourself in that situation. If you accidentally loop past an ally, make sure you are going to try and pull them away. He goes down, my gen's been regressed, and the killer was able to loop around that while I'm losing multiple seconds off the generator. If you look at a perk I've got here, I've got built to last, and it's going to refill my toolbox to 99%. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds for barbecue and chili in case he has it. Looks like he's going across the map. Now, do you think I want to hook save this guy? The answer is yes. Do you think I'm going to hook save him? Or do you think I'm going to jump on my generator instead? I'm not going to use my hands. Toolbox. I'm going to use my hands instead. Because there's a good probability that these two are going to funnel towards me in a second right now. And the killer's going to come over and stop me from completing this generator. Alright, dead man switch. Dead man switch on my gen. Now, you see how my teammates constantly want to loop the same loop rather than entwining multiple jungle gyms together. This allows the killer to anticipate your movement because they can physically see your decision making as opposed to taking somebody through unique pathing or pulling them to other segments of the map. I want to try and work on the gen downstairs, but the loops around it are really bad. I don't want to work on anything at the shack. If there's a gen over here, we'll do that. He's already got 2 hooks for 1 gen. Unfortunately, it wasn't my gen. However, I'm going to work on this generator here, despite the other guy being on the hook to my left-hand side. I don't have information on Kindred. I know the other guy's on a generator, so I'm going to come in for the hook save. I'd rather sit here and work on it. Right now, our team is doing a lot of running around and not a lot of objectives. Unfortunately, looping the killer near objectives that need to be completed is a giant mistake we're seeing made by these solo queue players. She doesn't want to heal. If she's going to run in for the flashlight save, she's going to hurt the team more than anything else. Now, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to jump on this generator, and I'm going to instantly jump off it. That way, this gen is locked and not my teammates, because I know he has dead man switch. Let's get off of this generator straight away. And the reason I did that is so the other guy can get off his generator and be uncontested by the killer. Let's use line of sight for a second. Oh, he would have seen me waiting for him on the corner. He can't put the sword in the ground quick enough, his Pyramid Head, because there is a delay that they added. Oh, he wants to loop this, so I'm going to play spacing and run further away. He's trying to cut me off. That's okay. I'm not going to play window. I'm going to play round. Oh, he went around the other side. I'm going to go around this side. And now he's disappeared. Notice that I took him from one loop to the next loop. Did I give him any pallets? Did I give him anything? No. He tried to mind game me at the loop, and I instantly cycled to the next tile. Notice that he got off the generator as well, the Steven. I made him lock this generator so Steven could work on his generator. So that's very unfortunate, because this is locked for 50 seconds. So I did that, and Steven will never know that we unlocked a gen for him to get his gen. The strongest thing that needs to happen right now is the only reason the killer is winning this game. I'm going to tell you, but I'll let you think for a second. Why is Pyramid Head winning? Is it because he's better than everyone? What's the real reason behind the reason he's winning? That is correct. The answer is because the survivors keep grouping. I just explained at the start of this video that we can apply pressure in different areas, and this map is very hard and very far for the killer to rotate. So, riddle me this. Why are we stacking? Why are we looping around generators that are being worked on? Why are we not spreading out and dividing and conquering? Look at the HUD right now. You notice the survivors have discovered what the actual condition of winning is. Different gens simultaneously. We had 3 different people and 3 different gens. Imagine if we started like that. The killer would not have 3 hooks right now. Maybe he'd have 1, possibly 2, depending on, and we would have a lot more than 1 generator completed. Learning your macro and learning these acknowledgements is what will help improve your quality of games. I'm gonna run nice and early. Yep, he can kick my gen. That's okay. I don't mind. Nope, we're going to just keep running. Yep, go back for the gen. Then he's going to come over here for me. He might have nowhere to hide because it's very common on Pinhead or Pyramid Head. Let's just look at him. Yep, here he comes. Let's run straight to the shack. If he doesn't want to chase me, he doesn't want to chase me. I'm going to go for the longest path. Notice I'm making sure I'm outside of his chase. Notice that I didn't play the window, I didn't run to the pallet, I ran the longest available loop possible, where I was going to loop him outside a chase. I wasn't going to get any blood points for it, but it was going to stall an exponential amount of time for the killer. Let's get straight back on our generator. If he comes back, I do the exact same thing. I'm going to keep playing that loop, because I don't know what pallets have been utilized to my left-hand side. I can see I have some tiles to defend myself to the right. The issue here is if he comes from the right, I'm running towards him, right? So I'm not going to be looping him outside a chase. However, I'm going to have a lot more better resources to defend myself. In that time where the killer came over, interfered with me, I was able to complete a generator, and we only had one other teammate who was able to do the same thing. Despite having 3 people on gen simultaneously and the killer spending the time with me. But do you look at how much pressure is applied to gens right now? Steven's back on a gen. This guy went from 0 to 0. Unfortunately, I screamed. Now I'm going to refill the toolbox again. So let's see if we're able to get another charge. Once you're under the effect of barbed wire, you're going to leave a little bit of barbed wire behind you, and the killer can send you to the cage rather than hooking you. Alternatively, the killer can also mori you if it's your final hook with the fastest mori animation in the game. Steven's going to complete another gen. I'm getting ready to savo that. I was a little bit too slow. That's okay. I'm going to run straight to the shack. Killer has no intent in coming this direction. Alright, so let's find the gen furthest away, all the way over here and work on it. I would love to look for the hook save, but do you think that girl standing there doing nothing, crouching on information on Kindred, is more likely to go for the hook save or me? I can look at the team. This is why Kindred is the strongest solo queue perk in the game. It tells you what your team is doing, and it tells you what needs to be done. I can physically see who is with the killer. I have no question about that. I can see who is going for the save, or who is alternatively staying on the generator. I don't have to think. I don't have to make decisions because the information is already provided to me. This is why when you start versing really good survivors as killer, blindness really starts to showcase. Blindness on average players, it won't do much. On a good player, you're removing Kindred, you're removing Alert, you're removing Windows of Opportunity, you're removing all these perks that are going to amplify your ability in order to track survivors, or their ability to track you. He's coming over to the gen, that's alright, I'm going to run straight towards the shack. It's okay. I'm not going to hook save her, because she's on death hook. This is a mistake. Why are all 3 of us here? Now he knows that there's only one gen being worked on. Okay, looks like he's still going to chase me. No, he's going to go towards where the group of survivors are. That's the smartest play because you're chasing multiple targets. Bit of an issue that my teammates made because they all decided to stack in one area again. And what happens when they all stack? They take a quick hook save on the girl and she dies. She had more than 40, 50 seconds left available on that hook, but our team chose to save her because they wanted the fast blood points. She had more than enough time, and if the killer comes near the cage, she'll get sent to a different location. So she could have stayed alive, but that was bad macro. Now, obviously, the killer's going to sit there taking shots. Why is he going to do that? Because he's currently in chase with multiple targets. He has pressure on 75% of the lobby. Now, if you are playing Dead by Daylight, these are the solo queues you can expect almost all the time exclusively. You need to learn the condition of improving and what needs to be done in order for you to improve. Well done for picking her up in dying state, but she shouldn't have been put in dying state to begin with, because of bad macro. I could have vaulted the window and took the hook save if I wanted before Steven made it to her. We are able to complete the game for our team, and the killer is chasing one of them that has adrenaline. Let's look at both door locations. I feel Steven is a little responsible for going for that hook save when he shouldn't have, but we do have to keep in mind this is a full solo queue game. There are mistakes being made across the board from everyone. Do I have time to save Steven or heal Steven? The answer is no. I need to run through the map and try and save this girl because she is currently on death hook. I'm going to open the door rather than 99ing the door because, like I said, she is currently on death hook. I need to get in the way and make sure I'm taking a hit for her. I hear a heartbeat getting louder. I'm going to high knees to just run far away because she decided not to run to the... Okay, if she decided to run straight for the door, I actually had a very good chance of saving her. He's going to go for the execute on the Mori. He's just trying to wait it out, see if he can get more. Yeah, he's just trying to get an extra hit. So the issue she made there was she had no reason to keep running around. At the end of the day, she probably didn't know where I currently was. Oh, she's actually savable. She's now in between the pallet. It's not going to be easy. This is doable. I would like to find the other guy and heal the other guy before we... Oh, no, never mind. That was my fault. That was my fault. I should have been closer to heal. Anyways, it just goes to show you there's a lot of mistakes that are made in solo queue, guys, and with a little bit of practice, a little bit of tweaking, you can make sure that these mistakes don't happen in your game. Do you notice where I took the killer, how I looped the killer? Do you notice the team stacked? And do you see how much pressure we got? We got 3 generators when the team decided not to stack after 3 hooks were completed. This is about your time management and your map manipulation. So if you're playing killer, you got to be careful at how much time you commit to these chases, but it's a really good thing that I had a commodious toolbox because we were able to max out objective and get majority of the gens done for the team. Anyways, guys, that's been an educational, informative Dead by Daylight Survivor game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do educational, informative DBD killer and Survivor content over at Twitch if you guys want to tune into the live stream. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.